Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samantha and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 eyeshadow palettes at the moment. I always say that because of course brands are releasing new eyeshadow palettes what seems like every single week, multiple eyeshadow palettes every single week it seems like, some of these brands, and which I love because I love eyeshadow. Certainly not a criticism, I just love it. The more the merrier, bring it on. I just love it. So yeah, these are my top 5 of the moment. And of course, like I say, it is subject to change. So I'm going to be sharing with you these palettes and why I love them. And I think that you're going to agree with me, and some of these you'll probably own and love them as well. So the first one is of course my favourite brand, Revolution, and it's from their Jaelle Christmas collection, and it is the Gilded palette. I mean, look at that lid. It will look stunning on your tabletop. Every time the light bounces off this lid, well, it's going to create a beautiful little shimmer. I love it. These retail for £10 each. There is 3 within the collection. You're going to see in a moment that this is a very warm eyeshadow palette. I love warm, but there is a cooler eyeshadow palette in the form of Opulence, that's what it's called, and then there's a third which is a little bit of a mix of warm and cool as well. So if you want, you can have the cool version, the warm version as in this one, or you can have a little bit of a mix if you love both. On the back it states that it is cruelty free as well, and the shades are numbered, although they do have names beside them, below them, as you're going to see in a moment. Now there is a mirror there, so you can see that mirror, and I don't want to blind anybody, but then when you look at this it looks like that. I mean, wow, just amazing. So when you look at these 2 rows here, you have mattes, so they're phenomenal. Obviously it's Revolution, they do create some amazing matte shadows, and their shimmers are amazing as well. But what they released in the form of this palette was this top row, the larger pans, and I really like that they're larger as well because I'm going to be using this a lot, especially this shade here, Fetch, which I have applied to the lid. I just love it. It matches my top. It matches all of those colours that I really love at the moment, those mustard tones, those warm golds, just love it. But this formula is different. Now, of course, their shimmers are amazing. They're always amazing, aren't they? But this formula is even more amazing. It feels like a cream. It glides onto the lid. It lasts. It's amazing. I don't have to set my eyes, my eyelids at all. I don't have to do anything with it. I don't have to add a setting spray. I know that this is going to last. It is just a stunning formula. So well done, Revolution, and I just absolutely love this one. This one is my favourite out of the 3. It's warm. It's just beautiful. Love it. So that one was Gilded. Love that one. Now this one is a surprise because I don't think I've tried any eyeshadows from this brand. The brand is Lottie London, and it was the collaboration palette with Lottie London, and it's Living My Best Life. Now this was a surprise because I just came across this in Superdrug one Thursday evening while I was late night shopping, thinking, you know, I really love the colours, especially these ones here. Should I go for it? And I actually didn't pick it up that particular evening. I waited a week, did a little bit of homework, looked onto YouTube at what other people were thinking, and there was some really good reviews, so I thought I'm gonna have to pick this up, and I did. It's under £10, I believe it's £8.99, and it is an incredible eyeshadow palette. So looking at the outside, you have got a clear lid. There's no mirror in here, but to be honest, that is absolutely fine with me. It's kept the price point down, and not only that, it's also they've put all of their effort into the eyeshadows, which is what I really appreciate. On the back, it looks like that. So again, you've got the ingredients, you've got the name of the palette. Again, it's cruelty free. You can see that there. And then when you open it up, it's different. So this row here is all shimmers. So you've got all of your shimmers there, and you've got all of your mattes there. But what I really like about these mattes is they are pigmented. They really are stunning. I love it. Not only that, the shimmers are amazing too, and I think for £8.99 you cannot buy a better palette at the moment. It is stunning. I'm not too keen on these dual tones there. I mean, I'm not a big fan of blue or green or aqua. I could have just, you know, had these four here and that would be me done. But I appreciate that there is a little bit of something extra here, and to be honest, I haven't tried those out, so they may actually work beautifully. But what I will say is the shades I've tried so far, and I've used this palette multiple times, it's one that I keep going back to. All my palettes are in drawers now, apart from with a couple that I'm going to share with you. In fact, I've got one of them here, and I only well, I put everything away because obviously I'm a bit of a neat and tidy freak. I love everything tidied, but it also I have to think about what I'm going to wear, and wear on my face, and you know, I have to have a palette in mind when I'm creating an eye look, and this is one that keeps coming to mind. Really, really love it. Love these mattes here. I particularly love those. I just think it's an incredible palette. I love also that with the shimmers, you've got two shimmers that work beautifully together. So those two, then those two, then you've got those two, and then you've got the blue at the end. There's also a matte black in here, a matte cream, which I know a lot of you really enjoy, and I just rate this palette a lot. It's just stunning, and I think just for me coming across this palette, I'd not seen anything about the collaboration, so to just look at it in store you know, and think to myself, do I want to pick it up, is an absolute rarity, because usually, you know, it's the next big eyeshadow palette, the next big thing, you know, a brand is bringing out and releasing an eyeshadow palette, I need it. But this is a rarity to come across something, look at it and think, I've got to have it, and I didn't regret it. Love it. Okay, the next one is brand new, and you all saw my excitement when I applied this eyeshadow palette onto my eyes during the week, and it's already in my favourites. And what is it? It is the I Heart Revolution Cranberries and Chocolate eyeshadow palette. Now, of course, we all love these chocolate bar palettes because they are phenomenal. The quality is amazing. Not only that, they smell like chocolate, which is a bonus. So let me get it out of the palette. So of course I love the look of this. I love the fact that you've got this chocolate bar. It is a chocolate bar without the calories, which I really enjoy as well. On the back again, you've got a sticker there that gives you the ingredients, the name of the palette. This one is again cruelty free, so there you go, cruelty free there. Really, really love that. Again, you've got a mirror in here, so there's your mirror there, and then when you look at these shades, they are just as described with the name, so they are cranberry and chocolate. So you've got your burgundies, you've got your red browns, you've got your you know, muted neutrals, trying to say it at once. I just love this, and the look that I created was just phenomenal. You know, when you're having your really good makeup day, that is how I felt when I applied this eyeshadow palette. It was such a good makeup day, and personally I could probably wear this every single day. It is just amazing. So that's the Cranberry and Chocolate eyeshadow palette from I Heart Revolution. Love it. And this one was £8.99, so again under £10, just amazing. Okay, the next one is again a bit of a surprise. I initially did not like this on trying it. I actually thought, not keen on the formula, they've changed it. And which one am I talking about? It is the Morphe Boss Mood eyeshadow palette. So this is the packaging. It's the 35M. I can't remember how much it retails for, but I will have to look that up and put it down below for you. It's probably the most expensive eyeshadow palette out of the collection that I'm sharing with you here. I do like Morphe. I do think the prices are going up. I didn't pick up the James Charles collaboration. I know that it's sold out very, very quickly. I do like bright colours. In fact, actually I'm wearing bright colours more and more. more recently, but I just felt that it was expensive. It's £39, and I'm feeling at the moment that Urban Decay released their newest eyeshadow palette. I haven't even looked at it. To be honest, there is so much inexpensive eyeshadow palettes or inexpensive makeup in general being released at the moment. I don't feel the need to splash out and purchase a lot of really expensive palettes, because I'm getting the quality and I'm getting the shades that I really want from these less expensive palettes. So yes, I haven't purchased the James Charles palette, and I know a few of you really did want me to review that, and I think even if I did want to pick it up, I would have been hard pressed, because I think it sold out in a few minutes here in the UK. So well done to anybody who actually got their hands on it. But yeah, this one I did pick up. I am obsessed with green eyeshadow at the moment. It's really something totally different for me, but it has to be a certain green. So this one looks like their standard palette, as in you've got this black outer palette here. It's very square. It looks like that. It's very professional looking, absolutely fine. Doesn't worry me at all. In fact, I like that professional look. And then you get one of these, which I wish that they would put the names on there, so it is a name sheet. But they do put their names on some palettes, so I find it quite strange that they do on some and don't on others. So that could be uniformed, but I really love this palette. I had to get it because I love this area here. But actually, and you can see that I've used a number of these shades, but when you apply any of these, I particularly love this colour here, stunning on the eye. This palette really has given me some surprise shades, because like I say, I purchased it because I wanted these within my collection, but actually I really enjoy these colours here. Haven't tried the purples yet, but there are so many shades within this palette. Obviously there's 35, so yeah, really love it. But I do think that Morphe's prices are creeping up quite radically. And I often mention, with these collaboration palettes, prices are a little bit more expensive because of course they are paying that person a little bit of that money, because obviously they're going to get paid for it. So I do know that the prices go up, but I just feel that we've got so many eyeshadow palettes at the moment that are phenomenal. Most of these that I'm sharing with you are either £10 or under, and I don't think that you can beat that. And if you're like me, if anyone out there is like me and you love new eyeshadow, you love changing your eyeshadow weekly, obviously daily, but you like buying something new and that really sparks your artistic flair, like that green within that Boss Mood palette. It really called to me, and I wanted to try something new. But when I look at a palette that is £40, £50, even more, I'm thinking to myself, do I need that when other brands are bringing out such great eyeshadow palettes? Obviously I would love to hear your thoughts on that. Now the last one, I have saved this for last because I think that the packaging is amazing, and these are the three that I've actually got on my tabletop at the moment. Like I said, I have all of my eyeshadow palettes now in a drawer. It makes me go through that drawer and pick out a palette. So rather than, and I don't actually have a great eyeshadow palette collection anymore. I've only got a few. I'm quite particular now about the eyeshadow that I purchase, so anything that I do share on my channel, unless it's obviously sent to me, then obviously I've looked into it and do I really want it. And I think you get to that point, especially when there's so many eyeshadows being released, in fact products being released. But this is one I knew that I had to pick up. It is from I Heart Revolution. You can tell I love Revolution as a brand, obviously, whether it's I Heart Revolution, Obsession, Revolution, or Revolution Pro. I just love any of their products, and I think their eyeshadows are on point. So when I saw these, I just had to get it because not only is the packaging amazing, the eyeshadows are great as well. I did have a problem with the blue-green version, but I still managed to make a fantastic eyeshadow look from that. So, and I do feel that the blue-green version, there was a little bit of a problem with the top layer. Perhaps it had been pressed too firmly, but once I actually got below that, the pigmentation was just amazing. And like I say, the eye look was something totally different for me. I'll link that video down below for you to have a look at, because the look was incredible and I really enjoyed that. But this was a surprise. Now, I actually picked up first the pink and the purple version, thinking that the purple version was going to be the one that I absolutely loved. I really liked the look of the colours within that palette, but actually it was this one that I loved the most. And again, I had a really good makeup day that day when I applied this. So this one is I Heart Revolution, of course. It's called One True Love. It's the pink version. I believe these are £10. And I just love it. I love keep looking at the glitter. I just think it is beautiful. On the back, gives you an idea there of the shades there. It is cruelty free. Yep, it's cruelty free there. Just love the packaging. But then when you open it up, you do have a mirror as well. I'll just show you that. There's the mirror. It's a large mirror, and what I really liked is when I was actually doing each one of these videos, I really liked the fact that the mirror, wherever you put it, it stands up. Oh, it's just amazing. So not only have you got a beautiful looking palette, not only have you got a vanity mirror if you're, traveling, if you're going away, but you've also got some beautiful eyeshadows. And like I say, I wasn't 100% blown away looking at this one. I'm not sure why, because I love the colour pink, but actually on the eye this just looked stunning. That shade there is just beautiful. I mean, they're all beautiful. Now, there is one thing with this palette, another thing that I thought I'm not going to like, and the fact is that there are only in fact, in each of these palettes within the collection, so you get 3, in each of them there's hardly any mattes. So in this one you've got that raspberry colour there, you've then got that brown colour there, and then you have that light colour there. And this is the problem that I had with the blue-green version, because there was only, I think, 2 mattes, and one of them was like that, a very light colour. So I only had this, I think it was like a blue purple kind of colour. It was an indigo colour, and so I had to bring in another palette, which is absolutely fine. But with this one I thought, right, I'm going to put that in the transition. I don't think I'm going to like it, but actually it looks stunning. And then what I did was I deepened the eye look up with that one, and both of those together looked amazing. And then I applied this one on the lid. But this palette is just so stunning. I'm reaching for it more and more. I'm just absolutely loving it. I think out of the 3, this is definitely my favourite, but the shimmers in here are just beautiful. Again, when I swatched these, I'm sure it was this one, when I swatched the mattes, they didn't seem, or it could have been the shimmers, but anyway, I had trouble swatching each one of these palettes, whether it was the pink, the blue or the purple. But on the eye, the pink and the purple performed beautifully. It was just, I think that the blue one had just been too pressed too firmly, but like I say, the eye look is amazing. I will link all 3 videos down below, I think, so that you can look at all 3. But I just love it. And if I ever get tired of the eyeshadows, I can just look at the front. Whoever came up with this, they are just amazing, because yeah, usually when you purchase something that looks so pretty, the eyeshadows don't, they're just basically put in there. Any old thing will do, but I really love the colorways with this. And like I say, even though the blue one was a little bit difficult to work with, the pigmentation was okay at the end. But what I really liked is that they came up with something different. They've come up with, you know, not just a warm eyeshadow palette, they've come up with something that's got pinks and reds and, you know, beautiful shades in it. The purple one, it's got the purple shades, and then obviously the teal or blue or aqua, whatever you want to call that colour, has got those kind of shades in there. It's something different, and we need different right now, apart from a warm eyeshadow palette, because I think, you know, I think brands are playing safe with these warm eyeshadow palettes because they know that they will sell. But we as consumers, we want something new. We want brights. We want colours that we can play with and, you know, bring our artistic flair out with. So yeah, that is my 5 top eyeshadow palettes at the moment, the ones that I'm loving, the ones I'm drawn to. I may have recently shared with you some other eyeshadows. Of course, I haven't had them long enough or tried them long enough to really get a you know, an idea of whether I love them. But these are eyeshadows palettes that I am, well, you know, when you put your makeup on and you think, what shall I wear today? It is mostly these that I'm wearing, and you can see why they are just stunning. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. Of course, I welcome all of your thoughts as always, and I would love to hear if you have any of these, or if you haven't got any of them, which one looks like it could be your favourite? Which one did you like the most? But if you do have them, I would love to hear which one you love out of these. And of course, if you have just stumbled across my channel, I would really appreciate it. No, I don't really appreciate it. I would love it, in fact, if you subscribe to watch further videos. It won't be until tomorrow now because it will be Sunday, and I always have a little bit of a break on Sunday, but I will be back on Monday. So I will see you all on Monday. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Bye.